Hey guys, what's up? It's Sonia and Sandra back again for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. And we're still in the month of April, so that means we're still watching game night movies. The movie that we're watching this week is called Game of Death. This movie came out in 2017, and this is the premise. A game of kill or be killed. Seven millennials play a mysterious board game where if they don't murder someone, their heads will explode. Okay. And as always, we'll start out with our first time reactions of the movie on the count of three. Ready?
Yep.
One, two, three. Okay, we're in sync. Very good. So the movie is just like what I said, right?
Yep.
There's a game, they find this board game, and it's called the Game of Death. And the first of all, the first part of the game, the first thing you have to do in the game is put your finger, like whoever's playing the game, put your finger. There's a bunch of skulls around in this
Yeah.
circular board. You put your finger on the skull, and then the skull pricks your finger and takes some of your blood. I mean, you're done after that, it's like whatever, you're done.
That's the first thing that's like, whoa,
Yeah,
what?
I know.
We
Well,
shouldn't be playing this game.
and when I saw them having to do that, I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. I knew
Yeah.
it. Anyway, so predictable one.
Yeah.
Um, so they're in this, so now they have to play, right? They
Right.
can't go out of it, they can't not play. So there's a countdown in the middle of the board. There's a kind of like a screen, and it's a countdown, and a countdown, and it's 24,
I think start at 24.
24, the number comes up. So, it's on 24 and you hear, and it's like a ticking, like a timer. You hear it
Yeah.
tick. I don't even know how much time they had in between to do.
Yeah, it wasn't really clear how much time they were supposed to
They
give
didn't
you.
say 60
But
minutes or
I was reading some other postings of it, and so I think it was an hour, like every hour.
okay. All right. It didn't seem like that's what it was.
It
But
didn't.
but there were some parts in between, like killings. It was shorter than others.
Yeah.
So who knows? This is like movie
And
timing.
it didn't go on for days and days. So
No, no, right. So these kids, I mean, these millennials, as they say, right? Teenagers, and they're like at a party and getting high and all this. And they're like, whatever, let's play the game and drunk and all that. And then they do this, and I guess thinking that, it's nothing.
yeah.
You keep going to their own thing, taking shots, whatever. And this guy, one of the guys is like, oh, like he has a headache. He thought it was something that the guy put in one of the shots. And
Right.
oh my god, and like a few seconds later his head explodes, like literally.
First of all, his
He
head like
started to swell.
and
Yeah,
like really like
yeah, bad, like something's wrong,
yeah.
obviously. And his head, like in a few seconds, exploded.
Yeah.
I At that point I was like, hmm, this movie could be
This
something.
is me too.
Because we've seen movies like this where they play a game, and they have to either do what the card says, or they have to do what the board says, or they have to kill whatever,
Or they die or
or
something
they
like that.
die, they don't do something, etc. Right?
Right.
But I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
So basically, the number that was on the board at 24 means that they have to kill 24 people. The board needs 24 souls,
Right.
and they'll get it, and it'll get it any way it can. Either the kids
The
kill
people
people,
playing the game
kill each other, kill themselves, kill other
kill other
people,
people, and
or
if they don't,
and within the
one of
time
them
frame,
will die.
the board kills one of them.
Right.
So basically you either kill the 24 people, or everyone playing the game dies, and that's how the game
Right.
ends. So because there was only like 7 people playing or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then they see this guy, the friend's head blew up, and they're freaking out. What's going on? Screaming, screaming. So they go inside, and one of the guys noticed that it's like, I think it's the game, because he sees the number change and everything. And they're
Yeah.
kind of talking about it. And some other girls were
But
like,
I don't think they realized that or thought that that was it until the second person dies because
yeah,
at first they thought because they were outside when the
right,
first
that
one,
someone got
they
that
thought,
there's a
they thought
sniper.
it was like a shooter, like a
They thought
sniper
it was
was
a
shooting.
sniper.
They
Yeah,
ran inside and But then while they were in there, the game was still in there, like kind of ticking away. And then at some point, one of the other people there
Yeah, they're
had started
talking, trying to figure
throbbing,
it
and then
out. They call the cops. They did call the cops,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then they're just kind of talking things out. What should we do? And in the middle of all that, another one of the kids that were playing, same thing, head blows, explodes.
yeah,
And then they figure out, oh, this one of the guys says this is the game that's doing this, so we have to play the game.
right,
And somebody, somebody comes to the door, like a neighbor, and they hear, he said he heard the noise and the ruckus, and
right.
he came to see if everyone's okay. And they didn't believe it. They thought he was just creep or whatever, blah blah blah.
Oh,
And then
that he had something. Oh, he was a part of
oh,
the
they're part of it, yeah. And
game
then
thing. Yeah,
later, and then they come, and then one of the guys figures, well, we got to play. One of the other kids was getting like the head throbbing again, and they said, oh no, we have to do this, or we're gonna die. And the guy just killed that old man. And then basically they go out. One of the kids, I hate saying kids, but the age difference between me
yeah,
and them. But one of them, the game players, figures out like we have to kill people or we to end this game
yeah.
or we're gonna die.
Oh, we're gonna die. Right.
So he was going out. He basically went out of the house and saw like a neighbor walking around, like what's
Yeah.
going on, whatever, and just shoots them. Like
Got some joggers.
yeah, yeah. He ran over somebody, and
Yeah.
then you could see the board going down one number,
Yeah.
number every time
Whenever
they
they kill
kill
someone, it
someone.
goes right.
So I thought the movie was um unique in that way.
It was a good concept. It's like,
Yeah. So that's why I didn't give it a full thumbs down.
yes.
I feel like in the middle of the movie they started to do some weird shit,
Yeah.
and they get to the killing part, and then there was, they were in that in kind of like a field, kind of, it was a road, like the solitary road where they ran over the jogger, and
Yeah.
then they showed the sheriff, or the no, like she was a forest ranger or something,
Yeah. Hmm.
and coming through and stuff, and I was like, oh, I thought they were just gonna shoot her, and then they ended up, she was gonna try to help them because she saw what happened to one of the, because somebody else's head blew up in the car,
Yeah.
and she said, what's going on, whatever's going on, blah, blah. Ended up like kill her and stuff. But then the guy and one of the other girls decided that that's what they're gonna do. They took the car and they left, and they're just gonna go somewhere and just get this countdown going and shoot some people, whatever. Ended up going to this hospital, because they figured these people are gonna die anyway. And
Yeah. It
which
was
is like, just because you're not hospital don't mean you're gonna die.
right.
I don't know why they decided that,
I
but
think they went to like the area where they had like terminal cases,
yeah,
like
but
people that were like,
it was just kind of
yeah, it was weird
like
though.
a stretch. There was a little bit of a
And
stretch.
they were just walking around like
They were
nobody,
just walking around
there
just
was gunshots going off and nobody was stopping them, except two of their friends that
the
showed up.
two of the other friends, right? So those two friends decided they have to, if it's not other people, it's gonna be us, and they have to do this. And then two of the other friends like, we can't do this, we can't kill people, we gotta stop them. So they went after them, trying to stop them, and it's like, we have to die because we
Yeah.
can't do this. So it ends up going through this whole thing, and it just, and then in the middle was this weird, like they did this weird, like
Good love story.
artsy
Oh yeah,
animation
with the
thing, when they were,
cartoony thing.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like cartoony, showing them like people like being killed or shot, I should say,
Yeah.
like cartoons being shot, like acting like it's them doing this in the real world, in the real
Yeah.
life.
It's like comic book
Yeah,
almost.
that comic booky animation, like I feel like it was like what's that movie, like oh, I'll come to me, but it's just some weird artsy romance
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird
thing
in
that
the middle.
I just feel like they put it in for filler to make the movie, as long as it wasn't long, but to make a movie a decent amount
Yeah.
of time. Because if it wasn't for that, like I don't know, I feel like they could have just did this, kept the premise along, when they have to go around killing people
Yeah.
or whatever, and then maybe other friends saying, no, we can't do it. We have to be the ones to go, and then going after them, and
Right.
and they could have did something else with this. I don't know. I just think that there was a lot of it was good, but then in the middle it went like
That middle part was like it wasn't necessary.
it wasn't.
It already had a good premise, a good concept, a good like, oh, you
Yeah, I
want
was
to see
intrigued.
you want to see whose head is gonna explode now, or who are they gonna
Mhm.
go and kill? Like,
Mhm.
'cause, it was, but
Oh,
yeah.
Natural Born Killers. That's the movie. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
yeah,
Kind of like they were, the lovers, but they which
right.
two weren't lovers, but they made it seem like they were the guy was like the girl, so it was like
Yeah.
thing, but they made it seem like there was this whole weird love romantic thing that they were doing. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I agree with everything that you said.
Yeah.
I really liked it until like that middle part when it went that route with the love story and the you know stupid cartoony comic
I
book.
think they just didn't know what else to do, maybe.
They
And
didn't need to do it.
no, I know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they just didn't
No,
know
I know.
how else to add to the story. So they just put this in
Yeah.
and figured, it'll, I don't know, make
Yeah,
it,
I
it'll
think
make it different. So make it, I don't know.
it saved itself when they went to like, even though it was still kind of when they went to the hospital and like, okay, so they're gonna find other people to kill
Hmm.
and how are they gonna decide and what are they gonna
Hmm.
do? It kind of saved it,
Yeah.
but I was already kind of thrown off from that middle part.
Yeah.
So
It was
the
like,
end
it
part
was
was kind
just
of like,
weird. So the
okay,
end
well,
made it, it was like, kind of like in the beginning was like this, and then it was like, oh,
yeah,
and it was going, and then it got back to a plateau,
yeah,
and then it went like down and
yeah.
went a little bit more up, but still kind of,
A little bit more up at the end, but still
but then
wasn't,
it kind of leveled off all the way to the end, and then it was like,
it
oh,
wasn't enough for a thumbs up
nah, no, not for me, not for you either.
either.
So anyway, I mean, I'm not gonna say not to check it out. I would suggest if you guys want to watch it to check it
If
out.
you want to see heads exploding, it's pretty cool.
It was that was pretty cool, and the gore of it was pretty cool. And I was kind of skeeved out that the whole movie they had the blood on them still.
Yeah.
Like they never, not
I never
so
tried to clean it off.
yeah, not even like a shower because how you gonna do that, right? Stop and take a shower, but wipe yourself
Wipe
down
it off.
or some. I don't know. I just
I
thought
know.
that it was a little strange. Put water on your
Yeah.
face and get it out, but whatever. So yeah, that kind of bothered me. Anyway, but watch it, guys. It's on Tubi, obviously, so check it out. And until you can catch our videos here on our YouTube channel, the Horror Flick Chicks. Make sure you follow and subscribe to the channel. And we're also on social media. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, Horror Flick Chicks. And we also have a podcast if you didn't know, Horror Flick Chicks podcast, also here on our YouTube channel and on several audio platforms. So make sure you check us all out. And again, subscribe, please, guys.
Thank you.
And give us your feedback. We'd love to hear what you thought. If you watch this movie, let us know in the comments what you think about it. If you agree with us, if you don't, anything. So until next time, we're Sonia and Sandra signing out. Twins Talk Tubi.
Bye.